Hi everyone! I get a lot of questions about my makeup, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to show off how I did my makeup for Illuminate in Salt Lake City in November, where I performed with Cyberlink and Weeb Streets. So starting off, I'm just pulling my hair back. I make sure to get all my bangs out of my face so they don't get in the way. First, I use a primer. I'm using the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I like to use a green primer to cancel out the redness on my face because I have really sensitive skin that is just generally very pink and sometimes breaks out, so this smooths all of that out. Next, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I am the shade 100. This product is most popular for its shade range, and this foundation is really great for people with oily skin. My skin has actually turned really dry in recent months, so I'm actually thinking of switching to the hydrating formula, but this was filmed all the way back in November. I definitely love the coverage of it. I don't even use a concealer most of the time with it. I definitely have to apply this with a wet sponge because it actually sets itself really quickly. Now it's time to set the foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Powder. This is just a basic translucent powder that I bought multiple times over the past few years. Now I'm just brushing my brows into shape so it's easier to apply product to them. Most of the time I end up using eyeshadow on my brows. This is my Revolution Makeup Salvation palette that obviously got a lot of powder on the outside. I didn't bother cleaning off because I've had this forever and used it so much that it's nearing the end of its life, honestly. I just use a matte brown shade that pretty much matches my hair right now. I follow my natural arch pretty closely and I don't try to do anything too special to them. I also usually set my brows with a brow gel, but for some reason I didn't get that step on camera. Next, I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion to prime my lids and make sure my shadow lasts through 5+ hours of dancing in the cold. I'm starting out with my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette. I really love all the colors in this. There are so many possibilities. I'm just using the light pink shade Strawberry Ice as a base. I actually grabbed another Too Faced palette, the Clover palette, for some more colors. I used the shade Love is Love, which is a bright pink, on my lid. Too Faced shadows are sometimes a hit or miss for me, and I find that they have to be blended a lot to look really nice, but they are very buildable if that's something you're into in an eyeshadow. Next, I use the shade Daddy's Heart Me from the Clover palette, which is a darker pink in my crease. I really went all out with the pink, but that's really not a surprise to anyone, is it? I used Sugar Violet from the Sugar Pop palette on the outer edge of my crease to give the look more depth. There was a lot of fallout from this shade that I had to clean up, but it looked nice in the end. Next, I grabbed my Sugar Pill x Little Twin Stars palette, which has lots of soft, pretty colors, but I used the shade Cloudmaker, which is a cool silver shade, as a topper, focused on the outer half of my lid, and I also used a little as an inner corner highlight. On my bottom lash line, I used the shade Love is Love again as a liner to add even more color. You'll see me use a bright pink shade on the lower lash line a lot, especially when I wear pink-themed outfits, which is most of the time. time for my favorite liquid eyeliner from Heroine Make. I first tried this in Japan, and now I order it in from Amazon because it's just so good. It lasts a long time on the eye, and I find that it doesn't dry out in the tube as fast as many other liquid eyeliners I've tried, but it's also not too wet, so it's easy to apply. Side note, I'm clearly really bad at putting this on camera. Next, I use a white eyeliner on my waterline. This one is from NYX. It stays on really well for me, even when my eyes tend to water a bit in the cold air. Next, I'm just curling my lashes. Before doing my mascara, I decided to do my blush. I'm using the Maybelline Master Glaze Blush Stick in Just Pinched Pink. I love using cream blushes, especially in the winter because my skin does get dry and these tend to last longer. Now for some glitter. I'm using the NYX Roll-On Shimmer in pink and mauve pink, and I'm just blending these together as a cheekbone highlight. I had to do a lot of blending to make sure I didn't get left with harsh lines. Next, I'm using the Revolution Makeup Liquid Highlighter in Lover's Wrath. I'm just using this on the other highlight points of my face instead of the glitter all over. Finally doing my mascara, I'm using this Dynamic Duo from L'Oreal Paris. This is the Lash Paradise Base and Mascara. This is a fairly well-known dupe for Too Faced's Better Than Sex mascara, but I honestly think that even the Lash Paradise mascara on its own yields much better results for me, and it's much cheaper. Getting the primer and mascara together costs around $22, which is only a few dollars cheaper than Too Faced product, but for me it's worth it because it works so well for me. On my lips, I'm using the NYX Simply Pink Lip Cream in French Kiss. This is a super bold, bright pink shade that definitely fit the theme. I decided to top it off with a gloss for more moisture. I'm using the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Lip Gloss in Cherry Pop, which has a slight red tint. I'm finishing everything off with the Tarte Ready Set Radiant Skin Mist. You can also use this before applying makeup as well, but I usually just use it at the end. Now I just have to fix the mess that is my hair, and then I'm ready to go. I hope you enjoyed seeing my makeup process. This video was a lot of fun to make, and I definitely want to do more. Be sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Special thanks to Allie for helping me film some of these clips at the event, and I think Cinna helped too. I don't quite remember. Anyway, I love both of them. See you next time!